This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by the Motorola Zoom. Today on TRS, Jeff reports back on some hot game news from the Game Developers Conference.
Today we're going to talk about the Game Developers Conference. I just got back. It's one of the big video game events of the year, and it's held every year up in San Francisco at Moscone Center. And it started out as the place where all the game developers come and share ideas. There's 3 or 4 days of talks and lectures of noted game designers discussing really in detail, deep kind of
it's a
nuts
convention
and bolts
for
stuff.
the actual developers, not
Right.
for the press to be like, here's the new games.
Well,
when
it's
it
turned
started,
into that, and so unfortunately,
it's pre-3.
it really is.
What's what happened to Comic-Con?
In a way, but
Now
Comic-Con
it's
was
not
never
mainstream,
like
is it?
inside industry stuff. This was like a trade show for
Yeah.
industry people to like network and meet and recruit.
Yeah.
And that still happens, but now there's PR companies are like, oh, all the press is here. We'll take advantage of that and we'll show all this stuff. So I didn't actually go to a single lecture this year, which I always try to do, but my schedule was packed with meetings. So I'm here to report back to you, gentlemen.
What did you see?
About all the crazy cool games that I saw. I'll start with the stuff that I know you guys are interested in. Uncharted 3.
Cool.
They showed a new level, which was embargoed until today, so I can finally talk about it. It looks like Uncharted.
Yeah.
They showed it in 3D.
How'd that?
Because we all gonna do that.
It's interesting. I saw several games in 3D
Well,
while
Mike
I was
will
there.
do that.
Yeah, and they had active shutter glasses on Uncharted 3, and then they were showing Crysis 2 at a different event with the passive shutter with the cheapo glasses.
Yeah.
I think the cheapo glasses are much better for me than the active shutter, and I don't know why that is.
But do you
They were
still?
more comfortable. They were less
Well,
strain.
yeah,
what?
more comfortable, a lot lighter because those ones are really heavy because
Yeah.
they've got tech in them.
Yeah.
But also, I think the 3D is better. It's not as dark. It pops more for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Now, but that said, would you ever choose, if you had the option of like, oh, I can play this in 3D for the exact same money as not 3D, would you ever choose to play it in 3D?
I would.
Really?
I really liked, especially the Crysis demo. I was like, this
Interesting.
3D is pretty darn cool. And
Well, let's face it, if you own a 3D TV and you have 3D glasses,
I don't know if I agree with that, because if I sit down and play 8 hours of a game,
I also agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I have no compulsion to do it, but if it's accessible to me,
yeah.
I feel like the fatigue factor, I wouldn't, because I play in snaps.
yeah.
Of like,
So
I'll
Uncharted
get to the
3
3DS
so-
because the 3DS was there in a big way too. But let me finish up on Uncharted 3
Yeah.
in the sense that the big reveal is the bad guy is this woman, this older woman who's basically Helen Mirren. Like they basically cast Helen Mirren or somebody
awesome.
to impersonate Helen Mirren.
Right, yeah.
And then there's a guy who's like impersonating Jason Statham as her sidekick.
Oh, that's
So it's
cool.
cool if you feel like you're in a big budget action movie.
that's cool.
Yeah, and the level that they showed had all this fire, and it looked really, really sharp. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic game.
Sure.
no gameplay innovation in it. No, like now you have a active reload or
nothing
no,
that
yeah.
they showed. The game that Sony did show that had a big gameplay thing, I don't know if you guys heard about this, is Infamous 2. The big announcement.
I saw your Twitter about it. I was wondering, Little Big Infamous.
Little
right?
Infamous Planet is what I was
Yeah.
calling it. Yeah, it's user-created content.
Oh, that's
Tons
interesting.
of it
What does
in
that
Infamous.
mean?
It comes with an entire editor that lets you create levels. And you can
That's
create
like so old school. It's anytime there's like a level creator in like a regular game, it feels so like 98.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like Quake. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you
but
make your
this,
own maps.
This is even easier to use. I think they're trying to make it really intuitive in the sense that it's all visual and it's really slick. You can hop in and out of a mission at any point and see like, well, let's see how it plays from here. And you can create missions that are very much like the game, but you can also create these really crazy abstract things. And they're trying to push the envelope. Like they showed like real platforming levels. They showed really abstract, like there's guys standing on these pods and you're just like shooting them and exploding, and it's like a shooting gallery at a fair.
Weird.
You know, and so there's a wide variety of things, and there's an
interesting.
entire logic system, so you can really create AI routines and create these really complicated campaigns.
Wow, maybe
I
we'll
feel
get
like-
the Counter-Strike out of that. That's like the mod for it. That's so good that then it becomes its own
It
thing.
certainly could be.
I feel like what has happened to the movie industry with the 5D and with I don't know.
It's like Chicken Rango.
With the 5D and YouTube, how people are just making. I mean, it's like there's a very small gap between people making things on their own and professional now.
Yeah.
And the way we're experiencing it is we're just experiencing amateurs in the way we experience professional. You know,
Yeah.
it's all.
Is that something
and I
that-
feel like that may be happening in video games now. I can see that.
You know what? Where that's happening most is mobile.
Well, for sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if I feel like if Infamous is doing it, it's not no longer like a Little Big Planet. It's like for real, my for real guy, the way he looks, and Cole,
for real
you know,
game.
is like swinging
And
around
it's completely integrated into the game. You will level up the game, and there'll be missions that you can get that they designed, and missions that, and the way that they
don't even
push
care.
that into your universe is by voting, and like they select the best of the best, and they'll be just automatically in
my
your
mind
world.
is blown.
Yeah.
Is that something that you think is cool? I mean, I don't think
Well,
any of
it's
us
like-
would actually make a level.
No, but
make it,
it's,
but I might
it's
not
open.
play it.
It's free. It's free new content.
Infinite content.
Yeah, I mean, think about that for an MMO. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where it's like you can just create your own missions, and then they'll be like, "Well, that was a good mission. Let's just pull it live, push it live to the server."
Yeah.
You may not even know that you're playing a mission that some guy Jim made.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the first Infamous as much, but I loved the demo that we played of Infamous 2. But in games like this, I preferred Prototype at the time. But because the thing I liked about Prototype wasn't the story-based missions, and you guys all prefer the story of like the story of Infamous. I liked the playground aspect of it. I like the races where I have to get to the hoops at a certain amount of
Yeah.
time and flying and doing all my fun. The sensations I get, and that's what it sounds like. This opens up the doors wide open for with the in Infamous.
Interesting.
So
I want
what
to
else
hit.
did
I
you
want to
see?
hit.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah.
games that I saw. A game that's going to be Dan's new favorite game of all time, I think, is
Nice.
called Adventures of Mr. Fancy Pants Adventures,
Sounds like a game I like.
and it's
I'm wearing fancy pants right now.
2D platforming PSN game where you play as a little squiggly guy. It started out as a Flash game, but they're adding 4-player co-op. Total customizable, like unlockable things, and because there's a little stick guy, he has like still stick hats and stick clothes and all like 1,000 items for you to find, and it's all jump stuff and like whack your friend.
Jump is me.
Jump is Dan.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
So I can play
looking
it on
game.
Flash right now, though? That's cool.
Yeah, but not co-op. The co-op is going to be and that'll be coming out soon. So many crazy things. The new Suda51 game called Shadow of the Damned, which is crazy. Suda51. You know, he's the guy that did Killer 7 and.
Yeah, the samurai,
Worlds?
like
No,
Bikini Kill Samurai.
no,
Yeah.
not that one. But you're right. It's the samurai thing.
Yeah.
Michael put it up.
Yeah.
But
for the Wii, yeah, right.
for the Wii,
I don't
this
really
is
like
not.
any
This
of
is
those games.
neither not a Wii game, but it's on the other two consoles. And the concept is you have the girlfriend from hell, literally. She's a demon from hell, and he has to
like
like
it.
go into hell, and all his guns are crazy over the top because they are demons that are transform themselves into guns. Weird and
Interesting.
crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh God, there's so many games. I saw The Darkness 2, which looked really crazy and over the top.
Okay.
Did you guys like The Darkness one? Did you guys play The
I
Darkness
think
one?
you played it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it from you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That was the one.
You watched
Tentacles.
Liam play it or something.
You have to stay in the darkness, or you're kind of.
I watched Liam play
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and played it myself, and it was really, really crazy and scary and
remember you
spooky
telling
and
me,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got to play Dead Island, or not play. I watched someone play. I should
Really?
say.
Wow.
And
Dead
how
Island.
was that?
You know the trailer?
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
But was it very much like what's it called?
Left 4
The
Dead
Left 4
or-
Dead?
No, actually, it felt like
Rising.
Far Cry 2 meets Dead Rising.
Interesting.
So it's open world island, very role playing, much more role playing than I thought it was going to be. But the character that they were showing, it's 4 characters that make up the 4 different classes that you can play.
Oh, okay.
And the character they showed was the tank class, which is this one-hit wonder rap star who keeps going like, "Damn, now she really dead," and like one-liners, and it's like, well, that trailer made me feel so.
not
Human.
Not like
one-lining,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know,
Interesting.
it's about a family. And we're like, oh, is there a family in the game? Oh, no, there's no family in the game.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I have to say, it does look kind of cool because
Great trailer.
great trailer. They didn't make the trailer. Some other company made it. But like they showed like a machete, and you find a workbench, and you change the machete into an electric machete.
That does sound like
Dead Rising 2.
yeah.
But in the first person, and it's not a shooter. It's not a shooter. It's definitely a melee game. It's definitely a
But it's
hand-to-hand.
first person?
First person.
First person.
I'm not a big fan of first-person melee.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither.
Yeah.
I saw Batman, Arkham City,
Right.
yeah.
which they were showing quite a lot of. I'm not allowed to talk about everything I saw, but I can tell you it looks really, really good. And the thing I've been saying is that I've really liked the Assassin's Creed games,
Yeah.
and they always felt like, hey, it's like Batman in the 1400s.
Right.
Yeah.
Finally, Batman gets to be in an Assassin's Creed game.
Is he
Got it.
parkouring up walls and stuff?
Well, it's a big city, and he does his Batman thing around. You grapple,
Love it.
you use your wings to like fly, and you can dive and to get speed, and then open your wings to go up. You know, tons of cool stuff. It looks really, really good.
Any MMOs?
I played Terra.
Yeah.
Which is it looks really great.
I know.
I'm worried a little bit about it. They added a whole bunch of new mechanics, like you can chain combos together. So one skill will
like that.
activate another, and all you have to do is hit spacebar, and it automatically does that second skill when it's
that's cool.
pops.
Yeah.
And it's very actiony.
Yeah. I've been enjoying DC Universe Online, so for me, it's like,
Yeah.
if it's going to be
that's
an
how I felt.
action-y thing, then I'd probably just keep playing DC Universe.
Well, what I felt is that DC Universe kind of sold me on the idea that that can work.
Yeah,
Maybe-
that a gamepad especially, although my thumb's been hurting because I got level cap.
Yeah, so a huge year that you'll hear me talking about a lot more games as they come closer. Battlefield 3 kind of blew my mind. If you want to see my extended response to that, you can see it on jeffcanada.com. There's a lot of stuff.
I watched that.
Yeah.
But I didn't agree with it when I watched the trailer. I think you may have had some love from the
The
floor shaking
presentation.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, the floor shook.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It looks, wow.
It was. I did think it was incredible though. There's a it kind of like what we Homefront.
Yeah.
That feels like it might be doing
We'll
what
see.
we were wanting out of Homefront. Even though I haven't played Homefront, it could be amazing out of it.
We'll see
All
that
right.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, everybody, remember to stick around for this day in Rad history, but first we want to thank our sponsors. You may have seen/heard a lot about the new Motorola Zoom. Well, it is
want
the
one.
first tablet powered by the Android 3 software, Honeycomb. It's got a 10.1-inch HD widescreen display, 3D interface, and 1 gigahertz dual-core processor. It's got a fully flash-enabled video-rich web with tabbed windows and multitasking, which is crazy. So in the Google Chrome, you can do the bookmark syncing, but also you can do tabs.
So awesome.
Also with the Google Maps, that you can tilt, rotate, zoom into 3D real photo street view. Plus, it is 4G upgradable, so that you can take the leap from 3G to Verizon 4G LTE, the mind-melting upper limits of speed.
if
We're
there's
very
anyone
excited.
from Motorola watching, please get me a Zoom.
Yeah, they're not watching.
I want a Dan handle, just 1 second. Please.
I know.
Please give me a Zoom.
Well, now that we're doing
want
that,
one
I would
so
I would not
badly.
mind a Zoom either.
No, I started it.
Yeah.
I have 6 Zooms. No. I wish. Anyway, thank you, Motorola. But also, Daniel,
Yes.
Mr. Trachtenberg has some interesting web news.
So I did an episode of Black Box TV, which is basically
which is porn, right? So you
Oh, yeah, channel 298.
right. No, Black Box TV is basically Twilight Zone, but on YouTube. And I ever since I started directing commercials, I haven't done a narrative thing, a short film. I actually have done a short film that is still
No, you haven't done it
being
yet.
worked
You
on.
can't see it yet.
Right. So, but this is really finally I get to make a little movie. So I'm very excited about it. Mike did the special effects for it. It is out. So if you go onto YouTube, you type in Black Box TV. It's episode 12.
It's probably youtube.com/blackbox.
It is in fact, and it's More Than You
is,
Can
in
Chew
fact.
is the title.
Amazing.
More
I
than
can't
you
wait
can
to see
chew.
it.
More than you can chew, is that what you said?
More Than You Can Chew.
Want to
right.
reiterate that?
See you later.
Tomorrow on the show, we take a look at the game Killzone 3.
Today is March 8th, and on this day in rad history, in 1979, Philips demonstrates the compact disc publicly for the first time. The CD.
Interesting.
Yeah, the
Compact
CD.
disc.
79. That was it was a technology born in the 70s.
Took a while to catch on.
That is a mind-blowing concept.
Also, what's crazy to me is yesterday we talked about the telephone, which is still in use today.
Correct.
This is as mind-blowing a thing
Yeah.
and is almost obsolete.
I don't know. I don't know if I
just
agree
30
with that.
years.
The telephone has evolved.
I think CD,
and
but I also think CD-ROMs are still working.
laser technology has
They are
evolved.
almost. I said almost obsolete.
All right. You were a
I
little
don't-
hubris.
Almost obsolete. Oh, 10 years from now, you're gonna watch this tape. You're gonna be like,
You're like, where was I?
Lasers.